15. The Vikings lost their last matchup against the Bears. Can Chicago finish the sweep? Find out next on EA Sports.
And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. Look at this, a tight end carry. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Kind of an odd schedule this year. These two teams getting their 2 games in very late in the season. Their first meeting just a few weeks ago, back in Week 15. And right away, he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Draymond Jones. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Draymond Jones able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And taken right at the 35. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Mann going to throw it. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. This defense for the Bears, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
There's a little bit of lightning talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
You think about this strong safety position, they're the more bulkier guys in the free safety, but that's a great athleticism to hustle in and break up that play. So going for Jefferson downfield. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Now the try here for the point after. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it's polished off by a Viking score. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. The partner, just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season, the playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
2nd and 3. He's going to launch this thing way downfield, and that is incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
First carry now for David Montgomery. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They'll set up to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Now they try the right side here. Stops short of the 25, but that second effort got him a couple extra. 5 yards remain on 2nd down. Looking to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 17-yard line. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
They'll drop to throw. And he's got Mooney in the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. Santos with the extra point. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
He'll buy some time right. Again, he finds more. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
These two teams all tied after 1. Monstro there taken in by Smith. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. 2nd and 10. They go play action here. Mon. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Cook now off the read option. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play. Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Chandler Jones, a former All-Pro, in on the tackle. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And that is incomplete. And the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
I'll tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're going to get the football back again.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And it's taken in at the 9. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Mon looks to throw. That's complete to his running back, Jefferson. And a productive gain out to the 14 after starting at the 7. It's a gain of 7. To throw again on 2nd down. Mon flushed out right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. Then he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. On is Santos for the Bears field goal. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. Santos' kick is up and through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
A gain of 3, second down. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And it'll be intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They start the drive with Cook. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, he motivates your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there, and it's 3rd and short. Here's Mon. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense. Just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time. And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't. I know, without even asking, without even looking in your direction, that you are not a fan of that call.
Oh, I wish you would look, Brandon, because I was actually thinking this would be the perfect time for a fake.
Right.
Yeah, you're right. This doesn't make any sense to me at all. This deep in your own territory. Look,
touchdown! A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have retaken the lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it's now 17-14. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Vikings head out to take over once again. And you figure, Charles, they have enough time here in the first half, more than a minute, to put a drive together, at least get them in position to try a field goal.
Yeah, they've got all 3 timeouts at their disposal, so I'm actually thinking bigger. With those 3 timeouts, that amount of time on the clock, I'm thinking about trying to get a touchdown and settle for a field goal.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. A big play there just before halftime. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Mon's throw here into the hands of Moore. The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. From the 25 on 2nd down, Mon swinging this out wide here for Cook. Touchdown, Vikings! Dalvin Cook, his 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Vikings have once again taken the lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and that will make this a 4-point game. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Mike Evans and the rest of the offensive unit heading back out there now. Looking down at the stats here, realizing he has no catches. They've targeted him twice, but no catches. So how do they get him more involved, Charles?
You make sure he touches it on routes that he likes to run. Maybe even run a reverse or some type of a jet sweep so he gets his hands on the ball and get him active and involved in the game. You just try and find ways to get him going, and it doesn't have to be something that's big downfield.
Maybe kind of like in basketball, just the shooters. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there just before halftime. In today's NFL, you know, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield. From the gun, here's Mon. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Bears will take over here just shy of the 30. 3 first-half interceptions now. And, Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be because, essentially, he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him. But still, 3 interceptions, that puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play caller from here on out got to design some throws for him that he can complete, keep it away from the defense, and try and get him back on track.
That's complete to Mooney. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Mike 3. Go, go, go.
They'll throw now on the final play. Airing this one out for Evans. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. This taken in at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if he wants to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? Mond out of the shotgun. Eluding the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage. scrimmage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. Going to give this time to the tailback. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. From the gun, they'll try to run it. Now the ball comes loose, and the Vikings pick up the football. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. But he has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Mon. Flush to his right. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Off the play fake, Mon. Wide open receiver complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards. They'll run with Cook. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw. Escaping, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Tanner Muse in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Now after the sack, here's 3rd and goal from the 20. They're going to look to throw. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. Blankenship's kick is good. And they will open their lead up to a touchdown at 24-17. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Chicago offense set to get started. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they thought they were in striking distance. And to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 33.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
from the gun. He'll hand this off. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll set up a throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. Back now at Soldier Field. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
These two teams, you may remember, they met up at Soldier Field earlier this season with the Bears winning that one. So they're looking for the series sweep here in Chicago.
Flushed out right. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he's got room. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. A handoff as they run the counter play. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Get ready.
Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. Back to the ground, this time Cook. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Bond going to throw it. This one brought in by Jefferson.
Let's go.
Complete to Justin Jefferson. A gain of 7. And the Vikings first down.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. A give. This is Cook. And they'll go backwards here. Losing yardage to the 14. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They'll set up to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now you can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field.
And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
He completes it to Evans. That catch good for only a couple.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 15. And fantastic field position has them just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line in the red zone. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Nothing here. Dalvin Cook taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Vikings are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth-quarter lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Now back to throw.
He'll get this underneath to Montgomery.
And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line.
Personal foul. Rubbing the captain. Defense.
Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
Following the penalty, Montgomery. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. He'll drop to throw. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
O'Shane Zimenez
able to get in there and drop him behind the line. The Bears on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Looking to throw. They'll get this complete to the Notre Dame man, Equinemius St. Brown.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw.
And this will be caught by Mooney. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Santos with the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And a short gain down to about the 33. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. They run it again with Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with an even 90 seconds remaining on the clock. Blankenship's kick is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
2nd and 5. Able to complete it to Montgomery. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this one is incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he goes out right around the 39. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. I remember something Coach Madden...
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
He's going to let it fly. And incomplete on the deep ball.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one.